What's up, you guys? I'm back again. Jeremy is back again. And today's show is a sad show because we're talking about Trayvon Martin family being sued by George Zimmerman. And we have to talk about the Oprah going after our black men in the entertainment industry and abroad. Now, George Zimmerman has come out and says he wants to sue. He's suing the Trayvon Martin family $400 million. Plus, he's also suing Benjamin Crumpley, the attorney, and he's suing multiple other people who defamed his name. Now, he was found innocent on the case of Trayvon Martin. I forgot what year that was. That's why I'm not saying the year. I think it was 2016. He was found innocent, 2012 or something. And he was found innocent of murder because they used the stand your ground law. And the evidence that was in that case, I gotta say, it seems like he had every right. It was witnesses that was saying that George Zimmerman was being punched in the face on the ground. One of the witnesses who couldn't see the faces, but he seen what color jackets they were wearing. George was wearing a red jacket, and Trayvon was wearing a gray hoodie, and he seen Trayvon on top of George, beating him up. So that was one thing. And another thing about this case, Trayvon's supposedly girlfriend that they had on trial for her testimony, she lied about a lot of things. She was trying to make the whole situation racial. I guess they told her to make the situation racial. Somebody got in her ear and told her that Zimmerman said this instead of that. Like Trayvon said, "What you doing following me?" First she said, Zimmerman said, "What you mean?" And then she switched it up and said, "What you doing in my neighborhood?" And just a lot of questions that need to be asked about this whole case. Yeah, I don't think Jay-Z should have said, "Yeah, kill X and let Zimmerman live. The streets are done." Because it was evident that Zimmerman, he was part of a community watch. They hired him because he was very active in the community. There were a lot of burglaries around that neighborhood. Trayvon was in the neighborhood. Zimmerman claimed he was over the phone with the police operator saying, "This guy just in the neighborhood standing while it's raining." Zimmerman didn't sound racist over the phone at all. That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't sound like how the media made him sound. He just sounded like a concerned neighbor. This guy was in his community. He didn't know what race he was at first. He had to get closer. They were like, "He's a black male." Blase, blase. He said what he had to say. And then one thing led to another. And Trayvon ended up dead. And his father haven't really said anything, haven't really came out, because he knows he heard something over the recordings that was evident that his son was in the wrong. But that still doesn't mean that Zimmerman should have killed Trayvon. In some people's eyes. But late at night, you don't know how old Trayvon is. He looked like a young man, but you don't know if he's crazy. You don't know. He's just out here in the rain. You know. All right, let's get to some bigger and sadder news. The biggest mouth on TV, the richest black woman mouth on TV, on American TV right now. Oprah Winfrey has really told us what side she's on. She haven't been on the African American side since day one. She's never on our side. The only time she have us on her show is to talk about tragedy. Nothing positive, only tragedy. And first she goes after a dead Michael Jackson. Had the same two lying buttholes on her show explaining stuff that didn't happen. The FBI did a 10-year investigation on that. I thought we knew that. If the FBI couldn't find anything, you'd think maybe there's something to their story. Come on, let's be real. So Oprah did a sit down with them, put more nails in Michael Jackson's coffin, and now she's at the Russel Simmons. And Russel Simmons did have a little lengthy post he put up. I don't know from where. I think he was in Dubai. Bali somewhere. He's in Bali somewhere posting. You know, he take trips to America. Let's see what he read. Let's see what he wrote. "Dear Oprah, you have been a shining light in my family and my community. contributing so much to my life that I couldn't list a fraction of, of it in this blog. I have given you the gift of meditation and the groundbreaking book, The Power of Now, say the least. This is why it's so troubling that you chose me to single out. You chose me to single out in your recent documentary. I have already admitted to being a playboy, more appropriately titled today, womanizer, sleeping with and putting myself in more compromising situations than almost any man I know. So many females, more than any man I know. Upcoming doc was to focus only on 3 hand-chosen women. Hand-chosen women. I have refused to get in the mud with any accusers. I'm not getting in the mud with none of these accusers. But let's acknowledge what I have shared. I have taken and passed 9 3-hour lie detector tests. All of these stories have been passed on. Like NBC passed on it. They didn't want nothing to do with it. CNN didn't want nothing to do with it. BuzzFeed didn't want nothing to do with it. New York Post didn't want nothing to do with it. New York Mag didn't want nothing to do with it. And others. Now that you have reviewed the facts, and you should have learned what I know, that these stories are unsustainable, and that these stories are unsustainable, and that hurt people, and hurt people. Today I received a call from an old girlfriend from the early 1980s, which means that they are using my words, evidence against me, and their comment. Okay? Possible to prove what happened 40 years ago. But in my case, proof exists of what didn't happen. Mostly signed letters from their own parents, siblings, roommates, and band members, interns. And in the case of two of your 3 accusers, their own words in their books. Shocking how many people has misused this important, powerful revolution for many people used it. Shocking how many people have misused this important, powerful revolution for relevance and money. Maybe you should name your documentary Flavor of Love. In closing, I am guilty of exploiting, supporting, and making some soundtracks for a glossy, unequal society. But I have never been violent or forced myself on anyone. Still, I am here to help support a necessary shift in empowering consciousness. Let us get to work on uplifting humanity and put this moment and old narratives behind us. Now, Russell Simmons clapped back, said maybe you should call your show The Flavor of Love. My whole thing about this is, yeah, Russell Simmons had a lot of sex. No, Oprah do not like Russell Simmons. No, Russell Simmons do not like Oprah. Whatever I read on that note, if you read between the lines, he's really calling her all types of B's and H's. And, you know,